It's a dangerous one there.
Okay,
Maybe
we're
we
in.
can get it out of here.
Morning, everybody. This is the Fire Committee for the Village of Point Edward on Tuesday, September the 10th. I'll call the meeting to order and ask if there's any declarations of pecuniary interest.
None known.
None here as well. The prior meeting minutes were approved at the last council meeting back in July. Any questions or comments on those, Marianne?
No.
Okay. We do have the Fire Hall Joint Health and Safety Report in front of us. Any comments or questions? It looks good.
All clear.
Now, I've heard that we have given up on mesh for these and are doing them paper again for some reason.
Yeah, we have.
Are we gonna go back? Like, are we gonna resolve this?
We're looking at potential other options. Yeah, there'll be some more information coming forward.
Okay. The Fire Department monthly, so we'll receive and file that Fire Department monthly report. Chief, it's all yours.
Okay, this last month was kind of a busy month. We had quite a few calls to deal with.
Yeah.
Community relations, summer camp, fire safety demo talk. We did out on waterfront park. Participated in a Rotary event at the waterfront during the annual Mackinac boat race. Completed a large number of drop-ins at Fire Hall. We've got a lot of people coming through. That last little bit.
If I can, on that, my neighbors asked me to pass on kudos to Rick. They had grandchildren visiting from Mississauga. They went to the library, but the library wasn't open yet. And they were just standing there admiring the fire trucks. The kids were 5 and 7 or whatever. And Rick came out and invited them in for a tour and spent a lot of time with them. And she said, that's all they talked about was they're from Mississauga, their trip to Point Edward and going to the fire hall. And the parents said they've never felt so welcomed, and they just said it was an amazing experience for the children. So,
Fire inspections, the new building on 1460. So I'm constantly going over there with Nicole for the caulking and sealant. 4 points, west wing separation inspections. Completed on the second floor. Food truck inspection. The Blue Water Bridge property. Site visit inspections again at Satara Restaurant. Community management, emergency management, Claudio.
So we had the bases EP week kickoff meeting, so it was on hiatus for a bit with COVID, and now to bring it back, it's gonna be a re-envision EP, so it's not the Clearwater Day where kids go there, smash and grab and leave. There's gonna be some structure to it. So we kicked that off. We actually had a meeting last week about, we'll follow up on that too. And then what's not on this list is, and the mayor's saw it as well. Round 2 of the emergency preparedness grant was announced, so there'll be another application process end of September. So they're targeting municipalities that didn't get grants the first round. So we're part of that group, so hopefully we can get something this year. So I'll be reaching out to the control group to see if there's any ideas. Some of the stuff we had on our list last year, we purchased through budget, the capital. So we'll see what is left over, and then we'll add to that, make a nice list for the government, see what we get with something this year.
And hopefully second time lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're working with Nicole with any ongoing projects in the village. Just looking at different plans and working with their inspections. Interior as far as the facility, interior, nothing to report. Exterior concrete work for the fire hall is completed. Not happy with the contractor, but it is complete. That's done. Vehicle for inspections. Our vehicles are in good working condition. Annual ground ladder testing was completed. Had a few repairs to be done on them. Our annual pump testing has been completed. A few repairs for the trucks, both trucks. Ladder 2, it's had a lot of issues that had to be repaired. Everything from drains, pumps, primer, but it's all completed. Had to be done. Marine 1, our Zodiac, it's going to need a little bit of service work. It's popping out of gear. So hopefully this fall or this winter, we can have it worked on, see if they can get it to stop jumping out of gear. Health and safety, all training for health and safety quota has been completed, inspections have been completed. Members attended the joint health safety meetings, fire hall been utilized for height scores. Security, nothing to report. Capital, no major expenditures. We're still looking at our bunker gear. I would say shortly we'll be buying our bunker gear. Like 2 to 3 sets to see what we can do this year. Get them ordered so we have them before 2025. And obviously the cement that's done from capital also. Upcoming events, we're looking at posting our fire department open house for October 7th. We'll be looking for support from mayor and council for the hot dogs. The open house will be on the 7th of October from 6 to 8. Fire prevention week starts on the 6th, so that'll be part of that week. We're gonna be doing it on a Monday night this year, so that we're just gonna cover it all on that night. Throwing it out to our guys, if everyone has something new they want to try or play around with, we'll see what we come up with. We have Meet the Teacher for Bridgeview School, September 18th, where the department goes over and cooks hot dogs for that group.
It's at 4 o'clock. Just, in case anybody's listening, it's 4 o'clock that day.
Members are attending the OFM training sessions for new software being released by the OFM to track members' training course applications and upcoming available courses hosted by the OFM and the RTC, the Regional Training Center. Rick and I attended the fire chiefs meeting in Willow Springs. Rick and I went down, tested the fire hydrants on St. Clair construction area a couple weeks back, make sure they all worked and that all the connections were functioning, that they were.
These are the new ones, right?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm online, there's a lot of online training that we're attending, they're all the time, so we try to pick up anything we can possibly get. It's free and it's a couple hours, but it's been good. Province has announced a fire service grant. We've submitted a grant or an application for it. I'm waiting to see if we're successful. It's all on cancer prevention. We're looking at getting a dryer for our gear and possibly a couple sets of gear that we can have on standby for our gear being cleaned. We bought bags for all our members, just a little nylon bag to put clothes in, so everybody has a set of clothing at the fire hall, so that if they get a call. It's very important that there's a decon process. Everything's gotta be decon. They can't wear their clothes home. It's gotta be washed, cleaned. They got to shower at the fire hall. There's a process that has to be followed. So we bought these bags. We'll probably have about 50% of the people have brought their clothing there. We're trying to follow everything that's put in front of us to do the best we can. Gonna open up the floor after here, a discussion on open burn in Waterfront Park. We have responded to a couple open burning complaints. We've had no problems dealing with them. People have been very respectable for when we've had to talk to them. Fire department members completed a walkthrough bill familiarization of that 1460 Venetian again, so the whole department was able to go in there. The contractor there was excellent to work with. They let us in there so that people can get themselves familiar with the building. Construction site is in excellent condition. They're doing a fabulous job. And I've had to put this on last minute here, so I'll just go through it. So I have the fire chief from Port Huron want to do a mutual aid agreement with us, and we talked about this prior. He's coming in for a meeting, probably with Sarnia Fire, us, and possibly St. Clair. It's Gratiot Fire Department, so that's the one that's a little bit down further.
Was it you Fort Russia?
Yeah.
They're north, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He's been to our hall a couple times. And I've already told him we do not have the resources to offer to help. Saying all that, I don't want to be that guy that's saying we won't help you. So looking for some direction or support from the council for what they want, but Rick will be attending that meeting. I'll be on vacation then. Yeah, it's tough because it's tricky enough for us to have people here for our own community. And I'm not saying we would not go if they actually needed our aerial and a person or a couple people to go. But we'll have to see how that meeting goes for what they're asking for. Everyone's doing the same thing. They're wondering who they can use if something, and this is for like a large, big
Mhm.
fire. So really nice people to work with, nice group of people. They're having an open house. They want us to go there. They want us to take a truck. And normally that stuff we would do all the time, but now I'm nervous of doing it just because of leaving and not being here. So we don't have enough resources. So we got lots of people, but
Or enough trucks, right?
well, it's
You
just,
cross the bridge. if, you
that's
know,
right. And the
Something happens.
construction
It's
of the
just.
bridge and so it's a shame because they're so kind and so giving and they want you to be part of it.
Yeah.
I feel terrible because I want to do more with them, but I don't know whether we'll be able to. I'll try to show support somehow, but and then we got an officers 101 course going on that's gonna be held in Brigden for September 28th. I put in for 4 spots to go there. It's just a training evolution for any officer. So I'm hoping I can get 4 to go to it. Same day as Touch the Truck on September 28th, or across the street, and that's gonna be done at the community hall, 10 to 2. So busy, lots of people needed for all these things.
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Touch the truck?
Across the street for the daycare, they want to have,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
That's what you meant by across the street.
I thought we were still in Royal Springs.
yeah, so they're just, I don't even know, like, I don't know.
It's also reconciliation day, orange shirt day,
28th,
28th.
but it's always the 30th.
I got a note from the hospital
I could be
yesterday.
wrong.
They're doing a ceremony.
It's also my wedding anniversary, though.
I don't know. I'll double check it, but I thought it was the 28th.
No one cared.
Another
Right.
thing for houses or like complaints for open burns, just to give you an idea. So we had one complaint of a person having a fire on a wooden deck with and wood above it. Dealt with it, no problem. They moved it and stuff, but the potential is there. It's scary. And received another comment or complaint of a resident having a fire in their house on a floor, wood floor, and had burnt all the drywall in the house to have heat in the house. So
Shouldn't
the
laugh.
potential is there. It's scary to hear these stories, but yeah. Rick's on vacation. He's in Disneyland.
Oh.
And he will be gone for the week. And he'll be back on Sunday. I leave this Thursday to go on my vacation. Claudia will be in charge. And we're got 2 of us away for a couple days, or one day, but that's what's happening. The bylaw states with this open burn, cooking appliance and or cooking fires shall not at any time be permitted to be used in municipal owned or land without obtaining prior written consent of the village or whatever. That's the one that I used when I went to speak with the people that were having a fire under, I don't know what you call it. Is it the pergola? No, it's not the pergola. It's the,
Splash pad. Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
No problem. They took it down.
Were they barbecuing or bonfires?
It was a wood fire, cooking corn on.
Okay.
Then we had another one under the bridge, having a bonfire in between two vehicles with a family. So I just talked to Jim and I said, I don't know whether you should be doing signage or something. I know it's sensitive, for how it's gonna be worded, but it could be a problem. All your tables down there are built on a composite material. They're not meant for heat. You're gonna wreck them. So that's open for discussion, but we have dealt with two of them. And I just think if, whether there's some kind of signage there to let people know what they can and can't do, might be worth its while, I think.
There's signage at the splash pad where the tables are, but I can't remember. I have to look and see what it says. There's a big sign on the side of the wall.
Like, I think that's rules for use of the splash pad, I believe.
I just like to double check that because, maybe it's just a matter of adding. If it doesn't say, barbecuing or something like that, maybe we can add it right onto that existing sign.
So in regards to signs, I think one of the things we have to, if we do a sign, I've been told by bylaw people that you have to actually have that bylaw on the sign.
Okay.
So if you'd said no open burning or barbecuing in the park, you have to say as per bylaw 27 of.
Mhm.
I also think if we're gonna put up a sign about the no fire stuff, it should also include that the park's closed from 2 to 5 or no camping. I think we should just have if we're gonna put a sign up, let's cover the top 4 or 5 things that we want. And then the question I wonder is, should we put a sign at the entrance to the village like we do for the no parking in the winter? Just saying parks are closed, no open fires, blah, blah, blah. Is that covered? Rather than putting a sign in every park? Or are we better off putting one in every park? And that's something maybe someone legal could answer. Is that sufficient if it's just as you drive into town?
So it depends on what sufficient for what. I mean, as
Like,
far as laying charges, you don't have to have
signage.
signs.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, ignorance of the law is no excuse for breaking, right?
Right,
So fines can be issued. It's the idea though isn't to be issued fines, is to get compliance.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and hopefully not by having the fire department having to respond
Yeah,
several times. The chief has told us he's responded 2 or 3 and people have been good,
mhm,
but ideally he doesn't have to respond to all of them.
yeah,
So to put an effective sign, to me, I think a sign at Waterfront Park would be more effective than a sign at the entrance to the village.
Right,
I
right,
mean,
but yeah, but I think if we're gonna do a sign, we should think about what all do we want to cover?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think we just enacted the closed 2 to 5 and the no camping and then no fires. I think those 3 bullets and then to say as per bylaw, or even saying use of village parks is governed by bylaw 17 of 2024, which includes boom, 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 boom,
Mhm.
right? And that way people can refer to the bylaw if they have to.
yeah,
It's there. And then also,
I wonder, I'll have to look. I didn't look at the parks bylaw. I don't know if it refers to fires in there or not, because the bylaw Doug's using is the open fire bylaw.
I thought Tim said in his email yesterday that the Parks one does have no fires.
I thought he was talking about this bylaw.
I think they all found it in care.
Yeah, but regardless, we can put both bylaws.
Yeah.
Right, like,
Yeah.
use of parks is governed by boom, these 2 bylaws or whatever,
Okay.
but someone told me that like our signs we have at McCrae Park really aren't totally enforceable because they don't have a bylaw to
Okay.
refer back to, so. No, we do have a bylaw that says disobey posted signage,
Mhm.
which captures everything,
That should capture it all.
yeah.
So I think we can work on where and what the bylaw or what the sign is gonna say. I think direction we need from the committee today, or recommendation is, do you want more signage? Like, I know there are people that don't like signage but
I think strategically placed it works. I don't think we'd want them putting new posts all over the waterfront park with signs, but I think if there's something in front of the pergola as people walk into the park, something down at where you drive in,
Mhm.
we already have signs there and that, but I don't think we want to get whole bunch of new-
Yeah.
Right.
I just call it proliferation of signs ruins the
Okay.
aesthetics.
But would we do this in? Like, would we put a sign in all parks or just focusing on waterfront?
I mean, that's the only place I'm aware of that we've had problems.
So far.
I think it wouldn't hurt to be prepared to do it if need be.
I'm just trying to get ahead of the camping issue,
Yeah.
right? If we had signs in all the parks, so that's, I know our neighbors are putting up signs in every one of their parks,
Mhm.
saying no camping, right? So we may want to be proactive and if,
Cause you have people sleeping right now in the parking lot, under the bridge,
In the cars,
in their cars,
yeah.
families.
so if we had a sign that said the parks are closed from 2 to 5. And then I think it'll allow OPP to better enforce it, right?
And saying that with the OPP, maybe at the next committee for OPP when they're talking. Share this with them again. Because they still don't know. It's just a lot of new officers. They don't know one every bylaws. They don't know. To just make sure they have a copy of it so they understand it. The first one that we had people copy, an officer stopped me and asked me about it. I said, I can't tell you exactly the wording, but said I will deal with it. And I dealt with it, but he wanted to, but he didn't have anything. Just some kind of, because there are a lot of new people in there.
Can we print off a bunch of copies and drop them off at the detachment?
Sure, yeah.
You know, that,
And I mean, the sergeant's been provided with a copy by
yeah,
law.
yeah.
But this Doug says there's a fair bit of
And
turnover.
so we can maybe put that on the agenda
Yeah.
for the next police board meeting and ask how he would like to proceed.
Okay. So,
So just back to that barbecue though, it's gonna be no barbecue, no gas barbecue, no barbecue in the park, right?
without your approval, so if somebody's putting on a,
Event that.
Like a
Well,
cup.
like us,
like, yeah, or if a Cub Scout
yeah,
jamboree, then you can approve it.
Yeah. Okay. Just so we're all on the same page.
orange shirt day is the 27th, so it won't interfere with your anniversary.
Oh, good.
That's a Friday, the 27th.
So how do we move forward on this? You're gonna,
We'll report back
okay,
to,
but is it to this committee or is it to council? Because,
to me, I think it's council.
yeah, I agree, because we're incorporating other
Yeah.
facets other than just fire.
I just had a question,
Sure.
we're done report. When you were talking about reviewing the apartment building, were you able to go like right to the top? Is it that complete?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're, I remember the floors now, but it was
Like
one
drywall, yeah.
drywall, 3 of them are drywall,
Yeah.
4 of them now.
So you had a good sense of the building?
Oh, that
Drywall.
contractor that's in there, that man, his name's Scott, is on top of things like you will not believe. It's the best we've ever dealt with.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
They did have this D-backs delays with just drywallers and general,
Yeah.
and getting that done.
Job site's clean,
Yeah.
he had everything in place, he's contacted us for access. We'll be going in there possibly next week again, because we're gonna do a dry run for our guys to be able to pump some hose to the stairwells and simulate if there was a problem in there. So he's he's been excellent to work with. Which is really nice.
Will change from some of the renovations we've done nearby.
Yeah, really nice.
Any other questions, Mary Ann?
No, it's just about that building.
You have maybe something to consider for that signage, if you are going to consider signage for Waterford Park. What if you look at making a decorative signage, so as soon as you pull into the park area in that corner, it's one of those nice village signs that are done by that.
Dave.
Gentleman's name, yeah, logo, welcome to Waterford Park, and then you can list. You might get more attention that way than just a yellow sign on a post
Yeah,
by the washer.
I think that's a nice idea.
And then, you know, it identifies that this is a village
Mhm.
owned park and, well.
that's again, and just,
I mean,
yeah, just some bullets below
The
it.
list, yeah. Excellent.
Okay, financial statements. Any questions or,
I didn't have any questions.
okay? Any new business?
No, as I said, the only thing we're gonna be possibly overall maintenance on the trucks, because we got hit pretty hard on our ladder truck this year. But we'll still be within budget, but it's gonna be it was a large kick at us, so. One of those things that just, I think we're gonna see more and more of it. it's gonna, all the maintenance and services that you do for anything is gonna be higher than when we're prepared to. That's what it is.
And nothing from community emergency management or whatever it is you do? Okay. Wonderful. Nothing else then? Our next meeting will be Tuesday, October the 8th, at 8:30 in the morning, right here in these council chambers.
The day after the open house.
Right on. Yes, we'll all be at hot dog death.